U-turns.
Hello and welcome to Overdrive. I am Soini Dutt. The 2025 Mercedes-Benz E450 is a luxury sedan with sporty DNA that continues the tradition of E-Class family that blends in performance, technology and comfort. Rohit will tell you more.
The thing about most performance sedans these days is that they want to announce their arrival. That is why you have crackles and pops from the exhaust, and you have a design that looks like it wants to bite your head off. Big gaping air dams, flared wheel arches, bulges on the bonnet and whatnot. But every now and then, a sleeper slips onto the scene. These are cars that are much easy on the eye, cars that very nicely gel in, blend into the crowd like any other business saloon would. But at the same time, under the hood, they have the firepower that can make some sports cars look silly at the lights. This is one such car. Say hello to the Mercedes-Benz E450 4MATIC. The E450 is the top spectrum of the long wheelbase luxury limousine that quietly packs 375 PS under its elegant, unassuming skin. It's a proper wolf in an Armani suit, and for all practical purposes, it might just be the best of both the worlds. The thrill of a performance sedan without the flashiness of one. You would never know what lurks under the bonnet just by looking at it. Apart from the AMG style wheels, there's nothing visually screaming performance here. No sporty bumpers, no giant air intakes, no unnecessary drama. And that's exactly what makes the E450 brilliant. Now, it may not turn a lot of heads when you give it to the valet, but it will raise a lot of eyebrows when it completely demolishes that 0 to 100 run. It can go from standstill to 100 in 4.5 seconds. You heard that right. And that is without any electronic aids or big electric motors. The beauty is in this engine, a 3-litre inline-six. What a gem of an engine. The kind of power it has, the kind of torque that it puts out is absolutely amazing, and you need to drive one to really believe it. Honestly, like I said, no aids on this. It is raw power. There is a humble ISG or integrated starter motor or a starter generator that adds about 17 kilowatt of energy. But that's about it. Everything else is pure horsepower. The E-Class long wheelbase design continues to play the stately limousine card. Clean lines, a stretched wheelbase, and that signature 3-box silhouette that exudes presence without being loud. Mercedes has gone big on the stars again, placing them liberally in the grille and even in the tail lamps. But here, the bling doesn't feel excessive. It's subtle enough to maintain the E-Class's quiet confidence. But for those who know, the E450 has a secret second identity. This refined business sedan, one dab of the throttle and it can catapult forward towards the horizon, quick enough to make the owner of an E53 AMG sweat. At the heart of the sleeper is the 3-litre inline-six M256 engine, producing 375 PS and 550 Nm of torque, helped along by a mild hybrid system. This isn't just an engine, it's a beautifully tuned masterpiece that delivers smooth, relentless acceleration while maintaining that signature Mercedes-Benz refinement. So unlike, say, something like the E53, which has a proper race start and a launch control, and you need that to get that kind of acceleration run, on the E-Class, you simply don't need anything. On the E450, all you need to do is just step on the gas. And it just goes. It just goes. No drama. Plenty of grip. You're just shooting towards the horizon. Amazing. It looks so unassuming on the outside, just like a standard E-Class. But then that 3-litre inline-six under the hood, oh, it's a gem of an engine. This engine really sings when you give it the beans, when you really go all out. It is an inline-six after all.
Yes, four-wheel steering and adaptive dampers would have helped, but that's not the point of this car. This car is for those who want to drive on the weekends but be driven on the weekdays, and the cabin proves exactly that.
The E450 welcomes you to the kind of cabin that will make you take road trips more often than even taking flights. That's how beautiful and comfortable it is. You also get this ambient lighting package which nicely wraps around you, and there are multiple colors, so you can always change it to match your outfit and all of that. And of course, there is the wireless charging pad, because reaching out for USB ports is a bit too cumbersome when you can afford yourself a car like this. In fact, this is the place to be when you are in an E-Class, right? Because of the long wheelbase, because of the kind of space and comfort it offers. This is where you want to relax. But because this is the 450, it gives equal weightage to the driver's seat as well.
At the front, the MBUX Super Screen dominates the dashboard, merging a 14.4-inch central display with a 12.3-inch passenger touchscreen. It looks slick, but for a car like this, the rear seat experience is where it truly shines.
You get electronic sunblinds, which can also be closed using the voice assistant. Then you have the chauffeur package for the rear to increase the legroom at the rear. You also get these digital AC vents, which will auto-adjust depending on the selection that you've made. And then there is the Burmester 4D surround sound, which essentially gives you a proper surround sound experience, but that 4D sounds for a speaker that is housed within the front seats, because sometimes you just want to feel that bass on your spine, right, during a conference call.
The E450 LWB is a stealth weapon. It has the power and the acceleration of an AMG without the attention-seeking styling, making it a dream car for the discerning buyer, someone who appreciates performance but doesn't feel the need to shout about it.
So you see, this car offers pretty much most of the AMG experience. Effortless power, a thrilling drive, and the kind of comfort that usually most other sports sedans fail to match up to. So in a way, it makes the E53 AMG feel a bit redundant. Unless, of course, you want that whole AMG experience, the AMG theater. All those sounds, crackles, pops, all that drama, the big bodywork, massive air dams, wings, skirts, all of that. If you want that, of course, you're better off with the E53 or maybe any of the higher AMGs. But if you're okay not having all of that, I think the E450 delivers on 80% or even 90% of the AMG experience with 100% of the practicality. So if I were to sum it up, it's a sleeper in the true sense of the word, and it delivers the punch where it matters, on the road, not on Instagram.
Well, it's time to head into our first pit stop here on the show for refreshments, of course. On the other side, we'll tell you all about the second gen